I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with man on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rebellious in all ways, been a sinner since birth. He knew that it would happen when he put us on this earth. We demonize religion, brought corruption to the church. We know the price of everything, but we don't know the worth. We spend all of our time idolizing false prophets. Comparisons the enemy, stop watching others' pockets. The social system's broken, we divide on every topic. They fabricate the truth and we all monetize the gossip. We know the problems and we see them but don't want to change. We're desensitized to every issue because they let us profit off of people's pain. In this dystopian age, we ought to game that he plays. And all the evil, deceitful people should shake our faith. I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with man on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our God is an awesome artist. In perilous times we seek his grace as the world and the times we face turn fake in the face of the devil's mirages. In the midst of the pain, disdain, and the media's push of all this garbage, I pray that you keep your faith as the whole world breaks and the real get disregarded. It's about time that we take it back. The weight's too great for the camel's back. Strong men made like an easy task, and now the weak men feminize every act. In the church, in the workplace, every class, on the television screen, in the state of rap. All virtues gone and it's fade to black. We in hell on earth and it's gonna collapse. Integrity's lost, hedonism, we incentivize gods on the way the revolution will be televised. Gone too far, don't know if we can rectify. At those gates we will testify. So I'm saying it now so they counter-clockwise. We are living in times where the wicked is all rise, the intelligent fall, while the stupid is all drive, and the real get pushed aside. Yeah. I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with man on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? And why is it set up like this? Boom! What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Holy moly, it's Thursday already. Really? Really? How is that even possible? Um, yeah, man. Look, I just wanted to take a moment to state that this live stream contains fair use for the purpose of commentary, according to the fair use doctrine. And look, I wanted to play that Dax song, "God's Eyes." It's a great song, but it also is is a really interesting perspective about where we are right now. And I want you guys to take a second and think, holy moly, right when I get into it, look at this. Yo, hot dog 990, brother. At it again. Really, bro? Thank you so much, man. Gifted 10 DLD After Dark channel memberships. Whoa, bro. And you're starting early, dude. Thank you so much. Well, I guess I'm also a little late too. Sorry about that. Man, Hot Dog 990 just gifted 10 DLD After Dark channel memberships to 717 Rider, Derek Church, Your Name, Full Auto 556. I like that. Cole Sabo, Interwebs, Taco Syndicate, Taco, Chris Savage, Sir Howard, and Independent Mini United. Dang, dude. Hot dog, brother. Thank you so much, man. My bad. I just bumped my table. Thank you so much, brother. 990. Yes, sir, man. Salute to you, my good friend. I appreciate you, man. Honestly, dude, you guys, like y'all, I couldn't do this without y'all. You guys are the true heroes, man. Thank you so much. Um, man, hot dog is just tearing it up early. Thank you, brother. Um, so I wanted to pull this up, and it's hard to catch in the beginning. Okay. Um, it says, "But mark this: there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God." 2 Timothy 3 1 through 5. Man, if that doesn't hit, now it's funny because I was actually talking to a family member earlier tonight, and I was like, it's funny, if you read this in the 1800s, it still would have been spot on. And she had said, if you read this immediately after the ascension, that it would have hit home. You know what I mean? So it's interesting, man. Humans, we don't tend to change. There's only one thing that'll change us and change our hearts. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. I shared that when I did my little bike live stream, and apparently that got cut short. I don't know if y'all saw that. My apologies. um I guess we should do, we should did I spin the intro? I don't think I spun the intro. Let's spin the intro and we'll jump into it. Oh, and look at that. Monica is here too. Hey, Monica. Anyway, man, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. Um, what? Hold on. 717 Rider. What's up, bro? Good to see you. The ex-boyfriend was camped out in the cornfield, and when they were coming up driveway, he started picking them off. Dang, what are we talking about? Did something happen? Hey, Craig L says, I am back. Yo, welcome back. I wish I had like a little cue of that song. Welcome back. The dreams. Anyway, all right. Welcome back, Cotter. Freddie Boom Boom Washington. Anybody? Anybody? I'm an old soul, even though I'm a little younger. Actually, I was accused of being old recently. I was kind of surprised about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Craig, brother, let's give him a huge welcome back, my man. I could only imagine what you had gone through um, over the past little bit, but glad to have you back, man. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go ahead and do the intro. So first off, welcome to DLD After Dark. We do a live show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at about 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, every Tuesday and Thursday is on YouTube, and then every Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern is on Grumble. Drop the G. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what we talk about is everything relating to freedom, liberty, and independence. Firearms. I like to say, God, guns, and gear, basically. And we're gonna have a conversation tonight about. Get ready. You ready for this? Glocks. I know. Isn't that crazy? To come on DLD and actually have a conversation about Glocks. That's rare, right? That's rare. Like Mr. Clean with hair. I know. It's crazy. Who would have thought? But we're going to go through a few conversations. We're going to discuss the new AR. We're going to discuss the 6th generation. We're also going to have some conversations around some, most of you guys, right? Most of y'all, because we're going to talk about considerations for carrying. Most of you guys are set in your ways when it comes to whatever you're carrying. Okay. Um, most people are not in the situation that we are. And I kind of had this like moment of waking up to this when I found out that I was getting more and more people reaching out to me, specifically asking about carrying and starting to carry a gun. And so we're going to talk about some of those aspects because look, we can always do everything we can to cater to our people, but if we never do anything to cater to the newer folks, it's not good or healthy for our community. But also there could be things that we discuss that help you guys evolve your carry game too. Because guess what? That $20 pancake holster you bought 20 years ago, it works. And there's ways that you can upgrade. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that. And actually, something suddenly came up. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll tell you what. Take a minute to listen to. Oh, I can't play that. There's too much foul language in that. How about this? We'll talk about, unfortunately, some people in the media.
Fortunately, some members of the media.
Some members of the media
use their platforms
to push their own personal bias.
and agenda to control exactly what people think. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. By the way, just so you guys know, we don't have a democracy. We actually are living in a constitutional republic, if you can keep it. Anyway, so we're going to jump into that. And I think it's important that we think about these things, because how do we grow the largest, most mega-based like community in the world? Well, we take people that are coming in looking for some of the more basic, fundamental, like foundational questions to be answered, and bring them in and have these kind of conversations with them and open up their mind a little bit. So we bring them in early and indoctrinate them. I'm just kidding. That sounds familiar. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we'll welcome all of our channel members, because I don't know if y'all know this, but nearly 90%, as you can see with Hot Dog out here crushing it already, nearly 90% of our support on the channel is brought to us by channel membership. And yeah, we'll get into it. And yes, and actually, we're going to talk about that too, the fitness aspect of it. So I've been riding the bike every single day, and I did almost 7 miles, 6 and some change today. And dude, total, like, absolute game changer. So we can talk about the fitness aspect of it and how important being in the best possible shape that you can be, in correlation to your EDC, your carry, and response if God forbid something happened, or if God forbid you had to if the shenanigans hit the fanigans. So let's go ahead and do this. So again, if you're new here, welcome. We appreciate you being here. If you're watching this right now in the live chat, you are the Noti Squad. You're the homies. I appreciate y'all so much. And if you're watching this the next day, or the next day, or the next day, then I also love you too. So make sure that if you're here right now and you're part of the notification gang, the Noti gang, then drop a 1 in chat if you are a channel member and are here watching this for the first time. And I'm going to go through and greet all the channel members. And also, if you're watching this the next day, or the next day, or the next day, then drop a comment. Actually, the most popular, I got to switch it up, because usually we say, these dudes are putting in like replay mafia, recapitulation syndication, reheating the leftovers, refried beans, like all that, because it's like some version of replay, right? But the most popular has been, and literally the YouTube Studio app tells me, here are your top commenting people, which, by the way, One Love Design, where you been at? You're still #1 in commenting, and I haven't seen you in the live streams. Miss you, love you. And FGM is in the top 5 always. A bunch of you guys are, even dudes that are coming in watching the whole stream, like Mike McLuhan, Kurt24, FGM, Lightning McQueen, Drewski, all these people. And we also need to do something tonight to help Drewski too. He's kind of already hit his goal, but we need to show some love. Oh, and thank you. Whoever was just banging on the hey, Tactical Turkeys. Yo, great to see you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Whoever was just banging on the like button, the hearts or whatever, thank you. I appreciate that, because it shows like a trail up from the thing. Hey, I saw that. Hey, there we go. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. But also make sure you do the thing with the like button too. Dang, it is blowing up now. Look at this. Yo, look at this. For all y'all that are literally tearing this up in real time, like that man, look at that. Now it's blowing up because now y'all know that y'all can see it, and that's, dude, that's crazy. It's probably just Goonbeam sitting there just like but thank you, man. I appreciate that. But if y'all could also click that like button, that would mean a lot. Not to me, but apparently to YouTube. So thank you. I don't know, if you click the heart down there, shouldn't it mean that you liked the video? You know what I mean? Like, why do y'all do this, man? Let me see. I'll click the heart and then let me go back. Nope, there's no. Okay, so clicking the heart does not mean you like the video. So screw you, YouTube. Anyway, my apologies. So welcome everybody. It's easy for me to get distracted. Okay. Anyway, so we'll jump into it, and we're going to do our thing where we greet all the channel members. So channel members, if you already did it, my bad. Go ahead and throw a one in chat. Everyone else that's here, I'm grateful for you too, and I really appreciate y'all. And then for everyone else that's watching this on replay, drop a dark coffee in the comments, or some other crazy bacon, eggs, and dark coffee. Like that, there's so many awesome things that you guys, that I would never think of, that you guys are doing. So I appreciate y'all. So if you guys have been watching the mainstream media lately, you've probably felt like screaming,
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Because of all the craziness going on. And I like the little escape that we've had. Okay, so last stream we did, Waffle Wednesday on a Tuesday, and it was really dope to be able to just get an escape. And I actually got a bunch of messages afterwards of people being like, dude, you were right. We needed that. We needed the escape from, dude, it's still blowing up with all the things. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all so much, man. But a lot of people were like, dude, we needed a break from the craziness where every video that we're looking at, it's either an arterial bleed or a conspiracy about, Charlie, or, whatever it is, and all this crazy stuff and disgusting stuff. It's like, man, everywhere I look, it's either an arterial bleed, or it's talking about Charlie, or it's about race wars and all this. I'm like, man, I don't want, or it's some like scantily clad young girl that's got an OF link. And I'm like, man, this is trash. The world is literally turning into actual trash. So I guess I shouldn't say turning into, it's become absolute trash. And 1 John 5:19, the entire world is influenced by the evil one. Hey, look at that. Yo, with the tac Turks, what you gonna do? Tactical Turkeys with a $10 super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. I believe that's Dust behind the keyboard there. Thank you, brother. Man, miss you, love you. You're one of those dudes that's like, you know what? You're welcome to just come on if you want to. Shoot me a text if you want the link, brother. It's great to have you here. Appreciate you, man. I'll hit the heart button. Watch this. Appreciate you, man. Of course, it's Dust. I see that, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And you know what, Dust? All right. We need to set something up within the next 7 days to make sure we get the things to the spot. All right. And by that, none of y'all will have any idea what we're talking about, but Dust knows what I'm saying, because I cannot continue to have another thing sitting here not being where they're supposed to be when someone paid for product. So this probably sounds bad. What we're talking about is 100% completely lawful, and we're talking about knives. So anyway, yeah, 7 days. Let's do this, man. We just got to set something up. And because I got my Merlin permit, I could just roll there. I don't have to cuck myself and unglock myself to drive to Merlin. So I'm down for that. It's all legal, people. That's what I'm saying. All right, so that perp side folder is the Wild Berry 1022 takedown bento box that is, get this, 100% 3D printed. Psh, it can't be 100% 3D printed. But what about even the barrel is 3D printed? Yes. Okay. So there is a way to 3D print all parts of a firearm excluding this one, the trigger pack, which is unserialized, the bolt and the charging handle, and then you 3D print the barrel, and then you hammer in a 22 LR barrel liner. It's nuts, dude. It's nuts. Even so, this isn't just like you don't take down 1022 and put it together and put the parts in. It's its own completely independent design. It's different. It's crazy. It's crazy. So it's fire. If y'all don't know about the 22 LR Ruger 1022 bento box, if you have a printer, y'all better get started, because that is the Wildberry Pop-Tart 1022 bento box. It is dope. And you can literally fold it up small enough to put it in like a bento box. Thank you. I appreciate it. So let's get into this real quick before we get started. So I know obviously more people are going to come in and all that, but while we have you guys in here now, do me a favor. So Frederick Donegan of the Red Dawn Readiness channel, if y'all don't subscribe to him, you really need to subscribe to him. Also at the Green Place too, because Grumble, he's out here doing things on Grumble. Drop the G. Anyway, so unfortunately, and I don't know like how much Drewski wants to put out there, but he had a person that he was close with unfortunately pass away. And the service is tomorrow, and he wants to be able to live stream the service for family members that aren't going to be able to be there, and for other people for a number of reasons, for remembrance, for all of that. Now, for him to achieve the ability to live stream, he has to increase his sub count. So if you guys could please do me a favor and go to this link that is dropped in by Red Dawn Readiness. If you want, do me a favor, Red Dawn, drop that again. Now, he has already achieved the 50 subscriber count to live stream, and we're working on a contingency to where he could do it potentially with a proxy software like StreamYard. But either way, it's one of the homies, and we're all coming together to help and support him. So please do me a favor, click on this link and subscribe to the channel. If you have like an account and a couple sock accounts or something, or other channels, please do me a favor and subscribe to Drew in Oregon's channel. We need to support him. Drew, look, there's a handful of people that have just been like exceptionally supportive for your boy. Okay. Drewski is one of those dudes that has done so much more than y'all will ever know, literally, than y'all will ever know. It would mean a lot. And dude, we're super grateful for you. I'm sorry that you had experienced a recent loss, but hopefully this will help for you to be able to share the service with your family that can't be there, and then also just memorialize this time that he's really had to take the reins on stuff that I don't want to get all up in your business, but just maybe show a little bit extra love to Drewski, okay? And also just subscribe to his channel. Again, Red Dawn, thank you for dropping that link, and I appreciate you guys. No, I've not done a video on it yet. Actually, the next video that I am doing is I'm already working on it. I need to wait till I can actually go to the range. I'm going to an outdoor range. That's why I'm waiting. This CMMG zeroed 36 cal can. Holy moly, this thing is like the best for the money. We're talking just over $500 for a solid. I don't know how much I can say on YouTube. I'm so used to being on Rumble. For a muffler for all your devices that you're going to love, this is something that is just over $500. It is 17.4 American stainless steel, made literally, I'm not playing, made out of sharks with freaking laser beams on their head. That is no exaggeration. I have a video that I can actually show you to prove that, but you gotta wait for the video. Okay. This is the kind of can that you can run on a 9mm, like I have it on the mini MP5 SD. Not only can you run it on a 9mm, you can also run it on a 5.56. Not only can you run it on a 5.56, you can also run it on a 300 blackout. Hey, thanks, Court of Public Opinion. Appreciate you, man. All you guys, Tactical Turkeys, all you guys that are subbing, man. Appreciate that. Senor Boob, what up? I'll do the run through and say what's up to all you guys in just a sec. You can run 9mm, 5.56, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 51, 308, 6.5, 6.8. Oh, and what's the reverse of 6.8? 8.6. Oh, and by the way, it's full auto rated for all of those calibers, and it's hub mount compatible for $500 and some change, $500 and some change. Bro, this is the can to get. Honestly, if I were y'all, what I would do is, we're so close to January where the super fake and gay $0 tax stamp stuff is kicking in, which I don't even get me started on that. I'm so blown and let down. And why should I have expected to not be let down by our politicians? Come on. And legislators, my apologies. Anyway, by both and everyone in between. Anyway, so I would buy the can and I would get it sent to an FFL that you have a close relationship with and say, hey, yo, FFL, do me a favor. I'm going to buy this, hold it for me, and then the second Jan 1, Jan 2, 3, whatever, the first business day of January comes around, boom, file that form, and then, that was weird, boom, file that form, and then my thumb like skipped on my, boom, file that form the first business day of January 2026. And because, man, the tidal wave of people that are going to be, look, I hate NFA stuff, right? Let's keep it real. But this is pretty much like, in my opinion, everyone's opinion is going to vary. This is like mandatory equipment. And because otherwise, if you don't register it with the GATF, then you're looking at potentially jail time and or death. So, I recommend that you do not break the law. It's up to you. I just recommend that you don't. Anyway, so because this is like literally mandatory equipment, what other can do you know that can achieve those things that is under $1,000, let alone half the price of most of the cans on the market? It's awesome. It's super small. It's look, just wait for the video to come out. I need a bunch of B-roll. I need a bunch of live action shooting. I got a bunch of POV stuff. It's anyway, just be on the lookout. My bad. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So first off, I just want to say thank you again for everyone coming in, chilling, hanging out. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Home Depot. Whoa, Home Depot. Yes, sir. There's a lot that you can do at Home Depot. But if we don't pay close attention to what the tyrants are doing, pretty soon Home Depot is going to be filled with registered silencers, shotguns, and machine guns if we, just let this continue unchecked. Hitler demands that you register yourself. Yes, exactly. All right, let's jump into it. So again, thank you so much for watching DLD After Dark. We do a live show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays and Thursdays are over here on YouTube. And then, of course, Saturdays, the After Hours Armory are myself and Josh with Black Diamond Guns and Gear. We run the After Hours Armory show, and our number one ammo sponsor and primary sponsor is Ammo Squared. And right now, actually, just throwing this out here, let me see, I had this pulled up. You can actually get 35 doll hairs of free 35 almonds worth of, who was saying that? $35. I'm sorry, I should say doll hairs. Boom, there you go. There's a link. So this link allows you to get $35 worth of free ammunition when you set up an account and spend $20 on ammo. It is literally the best, the fastest, easiest way to get ammo. My Ammo Squared box is showing up tomorrow. Hey! And every time that you guys use this link, you get $35 worth of ammo credits, and I get $35 worth of ammo credits. So it's a win. Anyway, it's a great opportunity. What other ammo company do you know that is giving $35 away of free ammo credits? It's crazy. The reason that it's $35 right now is because they just hit their 10-year anniversary. So they're showing love to you guys after September. Like once October hits, it'll be back to the standard $25. It used to be 10. They are going nuts with this. So hey, thank you. Appreciate that, man. There was a poopy face. Yes. You poopy face. Yo, stop playing. Sir Howard J, brother, great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming through, doggy. All right, let's do this. Let's greet all of our channel members. So, of course, tonight, first in chat was your boy, as always, Kurt 24, the producer of the show. Brother, I appreciate you so much, man. Let's do you want a high five or you want a fist bump? All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. And let's jump all the way forward here. Okay, my bad. Let's see. Mike McClune, the Goon. Brother, great to see you. Also a channel member and a moderator. We got Mr. Gort. Great to see you as well, brother. Also a channel member. 717 Rider, brother. Great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming through. We said what's up to Craig. Great to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you back out and about. You know what I'm saying? My man is totally about that life. All right. There's certain things he's about that life. Craig, great to see you, man. Mike McClune, the Goon. Let's see, Kurt 24, the producer of the show. Ooh, 6 months. Hey, yo, he said I'm back. That 6 months was nothing. He ate that sentence and he's still scrapped. Just take it easy, bro. Take it easy. That's all I'm saying. I'll be rolling around with like a little Raven 25, so I could just like you could slingshot that thing out. I mean, literally, like, just be careful, bro. I don't. Anyway, great to see you, brother. Appreciate you coming through, man. Let's see. Stifler Manufacturing, also a channel member. Appreciate you, brother. And also, Stifler Manufacturing makes excellent glizzy slides, since we're talking about the glizzies tonight. So check him out. You can also use code DARK to save some monies. And also same Marconi. You guys know Marconi, Stifler, Marconi. These guys are making excellent items for the Gliznocks. So you guys have no excuse. You can use code DARK at both of them. Save some money. I don't get anything for that. Just so y'all know, right? This is just for y'all to save money. That's the whole thing. All right. Hoagie One, brother, great to see you. Also a channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, look at this. I almost missed this. Senor Bob, channel member for 31 months. That is 31 for you Spanish speakers out there. Channel member. God bless you all. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. DLD After Dark, reach out to us. We were talking about the Cerakote you were interested in. Yes, I do need to, man. Look, bro, I've been trying to catch up, but I am finally getting caught up, and everyone that's been waiting is going to be no longer waiting, because everything is either on the way or going out, like literally going out tomorrow, or it's already on the way. So be still, my child. Everything is on its way. I only have like 68 packages to get out. That's it. So make sure you shop at DLD Hardware and DefinitionKnives.com. Senor Bob, brother, I already said what's up to you. I don't know why. Gort, I said what's up to you. Sorry. Let me reground myself and just take a moment to remember. Hey, is it a democracy or a republic? We've answered this question. You know better than anyone. Hot Dog 990, brother, great to see you, man. Also a channel member. Tactical Turks, also a channel member. Brother, great to see you, man. Let's see who else we got. Where is, I swear my chat refreshed and I missed a bunch of y'all. Hold on, let me go big. Red Dawn Readiness, make sure you subscribe to him as well, and also show some love to Drewski. I saw a bunch of you guys subscribing to Drew's channel, so I appreciate that, man. That's a big help to the homies. Tactical Turkeys, Gort, Senor Boob, Still from manufacturing. Hot dog 990. Mike McClune the Goon, my brother. Not only is he a channel member, he's also a moderator. Let's see, Frederick Donegan. Where else? Drewski, channel member, lifetime channel member, and moderator. You got to put some respect on their name. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's spec on their name. Let's see who else we got up in here. Stifler, Kurt 24, Stifler. All right, I'm getting caught up. Hold up. Just give me a second.
I see an American flag, I immediately look at that I'm like, that person's probably a bigot. That person's probably a homophobe. That person's probably a racist if they're just flying American flags out everywhere.
Totally. I feel the same way. Every time I see a sodomy flag alert, my bad. Forgive me. Gort, Tactical Turks. Let's see. We're getting caught up here. Drewski. Hey, brother. Thank you. And just so you all know, you can go to definitionknives.com or you can click this link. This is the actual store ID. I know it's a pain. It's crazy, but you can go either route for some of the best priced cutlery, EDC cutlery out there. DB Koopa, brother, great to see you, man. Turkeys, check, and check. Great to see you. Senor Bob, Drewski. Let's see who else we got here. Stifler. My bad. From time to time, I do need some nicotine. DB Koopa. Yo, your name, brother. Great to see you, man. Dark Deck. Yes, sir. Dark Rich Coffee. I do, man. I still wanted to do that, but unfortunately, the contact we had that was literally fresh roasting beans in the U.S., in Texas, on the regular, sadly, their coffee company is no longer. They didn't just like go out of business. They made the strategic decision to stop doing the coffee business. So, but they have, look, we never truly know everyone, right? So all these people that we know, all these people that we see, the people within our communities, you never know. Some of them have like a gang of businesses and are wildly successful, and you would just never know. I don't know why I'm talking out of place like that. Anyway, DB Cooper, Tactical Turkeys, Joe Vacu, what it do? Great to see you, man. Appreciate you so much. Let's see. There was the shooting of the 5 officers in York County. No way, man. I was not even aware. Blue Curtain Burner, brother. Great to see you, man. Some of you guys had reached out and had shared like, yo, I appreciate that stream. It totally took our mind off of all the negativity and like all the BS of just what the internet is doing, man. The internet has become this disgusting place of chaos and bifurcation and just further, just causing division, and it's disgusting, man. And I hate it. I wish I had just a direction to place the anger in with what happened. And I fear that what's actually going on is an op to get us further divisive towards each other, to create more chaos, to further the chaos agenda. And it's unfortunate, but some members of the media,
Fortunately, some members of the media
use their platforms
To push their own personal bias.
to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
it's also extremely dangerous to our constitutional republic. Don't forget that. Jova Q, Kurt 24, Frederick Donegan. Let's see. I'm just getting caught up here. Oh, no, I'm not. Hey, AK Lover, brother. Great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming through. Also a channel member. I thought I was catching up, and then my chat refreshed. Tactical Turkeys, DB Koopa, Blue Curtain Burner. Let's see. I'm getting through. Live Life, brother. Great to see you, man. He introduced me to Venmo recently, and holy moly, it's not been easy. So, but it did. We're working it out. And this actually brings up a good point. So for all of you out there that you may know, you may not know. So like if you click on the Ammo Squared link, this is actually a good, and I'm not just, just hear me out, okay? You'll see the picture of the unfortunately green on green ATF agent that was a member of the GATF or AFT, the anti-firearm tyrants, and so that is the type of merch that we have at DLD Hardware. So if you go to dldhardware.com, if you click on merch, it's got all the merch of all the we call it the lazy roofer, you know, the ATF agent that's slumped. And then we made a bunch of cool stuff with it. Honestly, I like, look, it may be in bad taste. I don't care. I dislike the GATF very much. And later on, I found out that he didn't die. So it's not like glorifying anything too terrible. Anyway, he probably had to get his guts stapled shut, you know, for a good 6 to 12 months. It's terrible. It's terrible. I hate violence. And, you know, when you start a fight and then you get punched in the face, you can't be like, can you believe that guy punched me in the face? Well, yeah, I can. I absolutely can. Did you see what you did? Sorry. Anyway, so all that merch is on dldhardware.com. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I got in a conversation with Live Life today about it. So anytime anyone that's a viewer, even if you just put I'm a viewer in the notes or in the business part of your address, YT viewer, whatever, because some people don't want to have like their username and their personal info, like that's fine, dude. I appreciate your privacy. So I always throw extra stuff in there, mad stickers, keychains. I mean, I've thrown extra knives, magazines, whatever I got in for the homies. I don't always, it depends. All right. But the reason I'm saying this is because if anyone goes on my site and orders merch, I don't personally fulfill that, right? Like I don't have like a merch shop here where I'm like pressing t-shirts and cranking them out and pressing hoodies and pillows, because there are things like pillows and all that there. So if anyone orders merch and doesn't order something from the stuff that I have here, it's basically only merch that I don't personally you know, do. That comes from a third party that literally is making it. It is made to order and they're shipping it to you directly. And it usually comes in like 7 to 10 days. And that I don't personally have anything to do with. So just so you guys know, so when you guys get your lazy roofer hoodie and your, you know, lazy roofer pillow, which actually is very, very decorative and nice. It's a great conversation piece. Ask me how I know. Anyway, when you're like, dang, he didn't throw in any stickers or anything, that's why, because it doesn't come from me. Otherwise, bro, I would load it up. But you know how it goes. All right, let's keep it going here. Gord, AK Lover, Red Dawn Readiness. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any channel members. Tactical Turkeys, Gord, Bob, AK Lover, Kurt 24. No, we already did DP Cooper. So I'm just making sure. Hot Dog 990, we got that. Sir Howard J, brother, again, great to see you, man. Great to see you on the live stream. Joe Q, Kurt 24. See Joe Q. Dang, it keeps refreshing, bro. Allegedly. Tim Happa, brother, great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming through also with Chena Memba, who also got his gun back from the GATF because of no, Rich, I have not. I haven't had to yet. I'm sure one day I will, but not right now. The Raven is pretty dope, and they actually usually work. It's kind of an ammo thing, really. Your name, Red Dawn Marconi. I was shouting you out earlier, man. Oh, what? No. Okay, so you are going to get more, though, right? Because when you ran out of V1s, we didn't see V1s ever again, right? And so I got my V1, and then I have another version that no one in the world, literally, like no one here will ever see, ever. And then I'm hoping that those V2s are coming back, dude, because I did not get a chance to get one, man. I don't know where this is going, but I like my Glocks. You and me both, brother. Fat Rooster, doggy, great to see you, man. Also a channel member. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Ground shipping, baby. Yes, sir. DB Cooper, Blue Curtain Burner, Gord. I'll tell you what, if you are a channel member, sound off in chat if I did miss you. Let's see. Hot Dog 990, DB Cooper, Flying Rich, brother, great to see you, man. Also a moderator and a channel member. Drewski, Hot Dog. Dang. Yo, yeah, I was way off. All right, hang on for DLD runs bunker branding. Dude, I don't do a millionth of the volume that they do. It is insane the amount of stuff that they do. All right, hang tight. I got to do so. I'm having an issue here at the house. Bear with me for a sec. I'll be black. Stay white here. My bad, y'all. Man, I'm having issues with my AC, and it's just like I'm like literally getting like red in the face. It's just not pumping. Are you even coming out? Barely. Yo, hold up. My bad. Give me a second, man. I gotta have an intermission. This is crazy. Hold up. My bad, y'all. Man, this is so frustrating, bro. Okay, I'm back. Still frustrated, still pissed off, but I'm back. I've been going through this whole thing, getting my AC replaced, and it's just super frustrating. Y'all don't care about that. My bad. Well, not that like y'all don't care, but you know what I'm saying. It should be the focus of the show. Give me 1 sec. All right, let's rock it. I got a walk it in my pocket, and I'm ready to rock it. All right, man, isn't it crazy? 49 minutes in, I didn't even get through everyone. I'm not ready to get over it. Yeah, I know. Flying Rich Firearms, thank you for the $2 super chat, brother. Appreciate you. DLD runs bunker branding. I most certainly do not, and have absolutely nothing to do with. No, stop it. What? Yo, Hot Dog 990 just gifted another 10 DLD After Dark channel memberships. Brother, thank you so much, man. Wow. We are never going to get through the intro at the rate that you guys are giving, man. Thank you for your generosity, dude. For real. Hot Dog 990 is the purest of Chads. Gifted Mr. Ray Marquez, a newer viewer, channel membership. Lawfully Armed, Galoo. Oh man, we miss him. Where you at, bro? Joe McGraw, Johnny Barr, yo, man, heck yeah, that's awesome. Johnny 3 Bar, great to see you. Ray Kettle, Mile High Ronin, Brian F, Brookside Farm, maybe. John Q Christensen the third. That sounds very high level. Tank Money, what's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Let's see who else I missed. Tank Money, Hot Dog 990, Blue Curtain Burner, Flying Rich, Mike McClune. When was the last time you changed batteries in your thermostat? Well, I mean, I don't know, probably a year ago or so, something like that. But I mean, the thermostat's good. The dude actually came and look. So here's the crazy thing. All right. Now I know y'all are not coming here to hear about what's going on with my air conditioning unit. Okay. So what had happened was um my AC unit is low on charge, right? And it's not like back in the day where you could just, charge it with Freon and keep it moving, because 90s kids messed that up from them huffing Freon out of people's air conditioning units. So because of that, now like all of the chemicals that are used that could be used as inhalants that are, mind altering potentially, people can't just get their AC units charged because they have to like use these chemicals in like small amounts, and they're scanned with barcodes and RF, chip emitters and whatever. So instead of just charging my AC, which would be a very simple, easy thing to do, instead, they're completely replacing the entire unit. Now, it's probably fair because they haven't replaced it in years and years and years and years, and I'm renting, so it's like that's on y'all, right? Basically, I set up an appointment for them to come out, and one company came out, and then they said we're going to get another estimate. Set up another company to come out, and they didn't show all day. Didn't show. And I was pissed off, but I'm a forgiving man. So I said, okay, you know what? We'll set up another appointment for them to come out. I'll give them grace, and then set up a second appointment for them to come out. They didn't come out again. No showed me for the second time. And wouldn't you know it, this company is cheaper. Crazy, right? Anyway, so then they said, oh, it was just some crazy error. We're going to be sending them out to you for the replacement of your unit. And I'm like, okay, great. So then they come out, and they're here for 8 minutes, and they're like, oh, we're just measuring today. We're not actually going to replace it. I'm like, oh, bro, if my AC was completely not working, which today was one of the first times in a while that I actually literally shut it off completely and just let the fan run, because the unit is freezing out. It's literally getting like golf ball sized, like baseball sized ice over the connector out there. The dude said it was like 18 degrees. And this is out in the straight like 85-degree weather, right? The dude was like, yeah, your line is like 18 degrees. So it's overcompensating to try to cool it. So, but for all they know, this has been like a 2-month process. Like, what if I was sitting in no air conditioning for 2 months through the summer? Like, bro, y'all have no chill. You have no compassion. Do something and do something right and stop tripping. Like, I'm sitting here like, man, it's been like, weeks since I've gotten this stuff out and all, and I'm like tripping. Like, I can barely sleep. The only reason that I can go to sleep without getting all of the packages sent out every single day that I need to is because I'm literally staying up to like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the freaking morning doing packages for DLD hardware and definition knives. And all the people that are waiting on packages, just wait, because I finally got everything all lined up, and they're either literally already out, or they're going out, or they're going out tomorrow, whatever. So Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you. I don't know why I felt compelled to complain about my air conditioning situation on my live stream. Anyway, moving along, there is a lot to be grateful for. Like um, on Tuesday, when we ended the live stream in a prayer, I had expressed gratitude for the simple things like being able to see, touch, feel, hear, having all of my fingers and all of my toes, and just basic stuff like that, man. Like there's so many things that like we just overlook and aren't expressing gratitude for, and it's important that we all realize that, because dude, and actually I didn't think about this. I was like, I'm just so grateful that all of us have the ability to see, hear, touch, feel, all that, that all of us have 10 fingers and 10 toes. There are actually people, viewers in our, and if you're here, I apologize, I thought of you, you know who you are, uh someone that doesn't have all 10 of their fingers and toes because of an accident. And honestly, if you're out here, bro, I felt terrible, because it wasn't until afterwards that I screen grabbed that segment because I was going to post it. Um, I was like, man, what a like terrible thing for me to say, because I wasn't saying thank you that I have 10 fingers, 10 toes, the ability to, you know, hear, see, touch and all that. I was saying we, us, like all, like basically to kind of bring an awareness or presence to gratitude for everyone. And I was like, yo, homie lost his finger like within the year. All right, within the last year. So anyway, here's what I want to go ahead and do, because now I'm hot and sweaty and pissed off. I'm going to bring it back, and I'm going to let this play for y'all. And first, I'm going to show the fair use thing. Now that we got like 50 people in here, I'm going to share the fair use thing. So you guys are going to see the fair use thing. If for anyone out there, any YouTube attorneys, you can pause it, read it, and take a look at it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that Dax song. I think you guys will enjoy. So enjoy. I love y'all. Just stay here because we're going to have a conversation afterward.
I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with man on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rebellious in all ways, been sinner since birth. He knew that it would happen when he put us on this earth. We demonize religion, brought corruption to the church. We know the price of everything, but we don't know the worth. We spend all of our time idolizing false prophets. Comparison's the enemy, stop watching others' pockets. The social system's broken, we divide on every topic. They fabricate the truth and we all monetize the gossip. We know the problems and we see them but don't want to change. We're desensitized to every issue because they let us profit off of people's pain. In this dystopian age, we are the game that he plays, and all the evil, deceitful people should shake our faith.
All right, I want to pause this for a second, okay? So I want y'all to think about this, okay? And I want you guys to think about this in the sense of what recently happened, right? Monetizing the gossip with the things that are going on in the world, and all these people that are jumping up out of nowhere like, look, bro, I never heard you talk about Charlie Kirk in the last X amount of years, and all of a sudden you're like, come on, bro. Anyway, so with the things that have occurred recently in the world, I want you guys to listen to this from that perspective, okay?
False prophets, comparisons the end. the worth. We spend all of our time idolizing false prophets. Comparison's the enemy. Stop watching others' pockets. The social system's broken. We divide on every topic. They fabricate the truth and we all monetize the gossip. We know the problems and we see them but don't want to change. We're desensitized to every issue because they let us profit off of people's pain. In this dystopian age, we are the game that he plays. And all the evil, deceitful people should shake our faith. I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with man on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our God is an awesome artist. In perilous times we seek his grace as the world and the times we face turn fake in the face of the devil's mirages. In the midst of the pain, just staying in the media's push of all this garbage. I pray that you keep your faith as the whole world breaks and the real get disregarded. It's about time that we take it back. The weight's too great for the camel's back. Strong men made like an easy task, and now the weak men feminize every act. In the church, in the workplace, every class, on the television screen, in the state of rap. All virtues gone and it's fade to black. We in hell on earth and it's gonna collapse. Integrity's lost, hedonism, we incentivize gods on the way the revolution will be televised. Gone too far, don't know if we can rectify. At those gates we will testify. So I'm saying it now so they counteract clockwise. We are living in times where the wicked is all rise. The intelligent fall where the stupid is all drive. And the real get pushed aside. I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with men on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, DC. That just it hits a little different. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. My bad. I'm just catching up here. God sends strong delusion to those that celebrate iniquities. Woo. Dang, that hits different. I know that's right. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Oh, thanks, Kurt. Appreciate you, man. Corn Pop, good to see you, broski. Appreciate you, man. Love that song. Dax occasionally drops some great ones. Yeah, dude. You know what's so weird is that my daughter, one of the songs that my daughter like loves is the "What It's Like to Be a Man," and I'm like, man, that's so crazy, you know. Anyway, so I want to bring a couple things up. All right, so let's do this. Jumping into the Glock conversation at 1 hour and 3 minutes. I know. Welcome to DLD After Dark, where we talk about what we're going to talk about, and that's basically it. And then we change topics, and then we get distracted, and then we're like, "Yo, have you seen the Glock block? The triple thick Glock block?" I'm just saying. Not only is this one maximized to fit not only OEM frames, this one is also maximized to fit OEM frames, P80 frames, Dagger frames, Lone Wolf frames, Strike 80 frames, and it's got a little tray there. So this is slightly remixed, changed a little. Tolerances, you know, played with a little, because if you change the shape of this piece up here slightly, then it allows for a little more flexibility when you're using different frames. So it's very cool, but it's great because you can just put your frame in here and just chung 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 chung, stop doing stuff in your lap. This is going to be on DLD hardware. This is the marble one. I don't know if you can tell, but this is marble filament. So it actually has like that crazy marble look to it. It's actually really dope, like when you see it in person, but since you're not seeing it in person, it doesn't look as dope as I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah, it's got that marble look to it, which is cool. Very cool. And I'm gonna have them for sale on DLD hardware. By the way, most things that I put out that I'm selling like for profit on DLD hardware, some of them are extremely inexpensive. Some of them have been taken, changed, remixed, and some of them are just totally, completely original that like Flying Rich and myself have worked on. So just know that like I don't ever want anyone to think that like I'm just taking stuff, printing it, and selling it. Like that's not right, you know. I couldn't just like make money off of other people's creations like that. That's not right or fair. So anyway, even though technically most licensings, depending on what license the creator has, really all that's required is for you to reference the creator. We got to be fair. And honestly, if there are developers out there that do want are open to selling stuff, I would love to print and sell stuff and then give a kickback to developers based on like units sold and stuff like that. Because here's the deal, okay? What a lot of people don't realize, right? There was a time where, and I kind of related this to like, I don't always like I won't go change my oil, right? Um, are you at the hotel?
Yeah.
It looks cool, man. It looks very cool.
Crump didn't believe me that I've been collecting pictures of hotels for years as backgrounds for a green screen.
I look, if Rich says something and he has a face on, just believe him because it's not worth the trouble. Okay. Oh, I forgot.
This was when I was working in Maryland or Delaware.
Oh, nice. Oh, where you left the.
No, not this hotel. That was another hotel.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you want to talk about that before we get into the Glock?
Never.
The Glock
Never.
topic?
Never.
So
Actually,
I left this nuke behind. I left a suitcase nuke behind. No, let's do this before we get into the Glock talk. Just go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
Well, I was going to say I'm Flying Rich, flyingrich.com, and I'm suing the state of Florida, but I might not be anymore. I don't know.
That's true. He might not be anymore.
You might not. I might not be the little Dick Heller of Florida.
Yeah, I know how much you wanted to be the little Dick,
and
Heller
of Florida.
A Heller, yeah, Florida. And you were really, really excited about the idea of Hughes carry because you're a pompous, vain, totally I'm just kidding. I'm joking. No, look, it's important. That's why we do this stuff, right? Because we want to give something to others. And then also it's cool if you could be honored for that too. But
actually, my dick, I'm sorry, I gotta be a more Christian individual. My
Dick Heller.
sheriff,
We were talking about Dick Heller.
Dick Heller, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, and actually Rick Bradshaw, I guess goes by Dick also, is my sheriff, and he's the guy that left Jeffrey Epstein's cell door open because he was claustrophobic when he was in the county jail.
That's funny. When I went to jail, they asked me, they said, "Sir, would you like for us to leave the door open in case you're claustrophobic?" And I said, "No, thank you. I prefer to be caged like an animal."
And they just say, "Hey man, you just sit on the corner there. We'll take the cuffs off every time I've ever been arrested." So
yeah, they put them up front, and they didn't even pat me down.
And I'm leaving my gun here. I almost picked up a gun.
Of course, you did.
The embargo's off. You can now get videos on the Viridian RFX1 for your LCP Max.
It is cool. It is cool. I will say that.
And I think I was wrong. I think the adjustments are right because I 3D printed a collar. So the laser thingy didn't fit in the bore because it was an LCP and the barrel's only that big and this has to be that big. So I printed a cone collar to throw on here. Of course, I do have the 50 caliber collar to go on here also.
Of course, yeah, because there's nothing says accuracy like bore sighting a 50 BMG.
Well, no,
don't worry about
rise or the closer I can get to accurate.
So Kurt24 says, "No thanks, Gideon, for the win."
Well, definitely Gideon. I mean, hold on. Anybody notice the shirt? Definitely.
I did. I saw it. I actually was wearing that shirt, and I had a tragic accident this morning. Not that particular one, but that exact shirt, an exact replica of that shirt. And then I had a bomb go off today on me. I had a toothpaste bomb go off, and I don't know.
Bomb.
No. Although I've been known to dabble in some 37 millimeter stuff and some any jetties. I was brushing my teeth and I dropped the toothbrush and it slammed on the counter and I tried to catch it, so my hand went down and I flicked it and it flicked and it boom and it whacked my shirt and it splattered like it
Oh
was like
no,
wet
no.
and toothpaste all over. I just changed into my shorts, shirt and all that, and it was like psh, and toothpaste, man. Sorry.
Yeah. It's
Anyway,
like it doesn't come out.
people are like, you said you were going to start talking about Glocks 10 minutes ago, bro. What are you
Oh,
doing?
I did want to jump in and say like just two things
Okay.
when I'm finished with this thing. So, yeah, apparently open carry is kind of a thing. I'm not advising you to open carry in Florida, although the Attorney General, and Florida has the greatest blonde Attorney Generals ever.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
greatest.
Pam Blondie. I mean Bondi. She's
I
such a
don't.
great Attorney General. But she became the U.S. Attorney General.
I mean, we know for a fact that she was such a champion of red flag laws that she did so well that they needed to move her up to the international stage.
When somebody like her, who's supposed to be a lawyer in like the best lawyer in the state of Florida or the best lawyer in the country, and have a depth of legal knowledge. Yeah, well, she was AG of Florida, now AG of the U.S. That she should probably know when to shut up.
Her mouth, yeah. Yep.
When you don't know what you're talking about, because what is it they say? They may suspect you're an idiot, but why speak and remove all doubt?
Yep. Ray Marquez says hello, by the way.
Hey, Ray. So yeah, the AG in Florida is saying don't prosecute anybody open carrying, and believe it or not, a lot of the sheriffs, even my jackwagon sheriff, Rick Bradshaw, who left the cell door open for Epstein, I'm sure.
BB, Safety Haba, Sandwich Chef, great to see you guys.
Walt, what up, Walt? Well, hold on, we got to change the background for Walt. Hold on. Quick background change here, and
I don't think people know that the most affordable, accessible, the most inexpensive and best, most well made for the money 50 BMG upper that can go on any AR. I just Safety Harbor
made by Shooting Gallery in New England.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. You're going to scare people away from wanting to buy it. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Under Walt's supervision.
Yes. And Walt's QC. Look, straight up, if I was putting the cash out for 50 BMG, it would be a Safety Harbor SHTF 50, no doubt, 100%. So let's back up real quick. I'm sorry, you had more things you wanted to talk about. All right, go ahead.
Did we finish on Florida open carry?
You talked about Pam Bondi and said that she's an attorney and she should know stuff.
So
shut up.
Yeah, my jerk sheriff apparently is not going to arrest anyone for open carrying. And now,
but if you're telling people that are in Orlando and the Gulf,
I'm saying don't do it. Don't do it. I am advising not to open carry in Florida.
Now, what are your credentials so that which you could advise?
Common sense.
Okay, all right.
Common sense, and I'm part of a lawsuit for open carry in Florida, so I'm keeping abreast of the data. Originally, this case that was just found that the open carry regulations in Florida were unconstitutional.
I thought I was muted.
As applied.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here talking to myself saying, shut up. When you said abreast, you're keeping abreast. And I was just so close. I'm sorry. So keep going.
So the printing laws in Florida are many years old. That stopped years ago. So yeah, it used to be that if you even were indicating somehow that you had a firearm on you, you could get arrested.
Yeah. Like if you wore a shirt that said, my handgun is here and an arrow pointing down to your.
But if somebody could see the impression of it through your shirt or your pants, that was a crime. And certainly if you reached up and your shirt pulled up and the IWB firearm showed, that was a crime at one point.
Dude, that's crazy, dude. That's
The gunshine state. So yeah, we are like one of 4 states, Illinois, New York, Hawaii, and whatever, where you can't open carry. Yeah, those are the other 3 legally that you can't open carry. Reckless display.
Reckless display. Wow.
Reckless. So, do you remember all the celebrations that
when Charlie Kirk died?
When George Floyd died? In fact, didn't we do a celebration show on that? Weren't we high-fiving like through the screen? Oh, that way. Weren't we high-fiving?
No, we didn't. No. Actually, we looked at it from more of like an analytical standpoint, and in some cases even forensic. And by the way, there's a whole bunch of stuff that never came out.
I did talk smack about people
we joked
in Brooklyn having like a memorial for him. I'm like, nobody knew him there, or building statues for him. It's like, well, he wasn't that good of a guy.
Look,
or a good
there
guy.
were things that looking back at it, I did that I shouldn't have done. Now, I never like reveled in the death of him. Right
in Florida, we've there are like a dozen dudes, and I'm not gleeful over that. I'm not like, yes, Sparky got another one. Yeah. So like they're going like turbo boost on executions in Florida.
Yeah,
and they're scheduled to do more. So they've already done like 12.
Yeah,
and I don't go like, heck yeah. I'm like, it's sad that it happened. It's sad that this is happening. It's sad.
Yeah,
and I'm not.
We did also joke about like, oh, he's 5 years drug free and stuff. Yeah. So like there were things that we joked about that were insensitive.
We're not like, good. Glad he's gone.
Yeah, honestly, for real, I wish Derek Chauvin was free. I mean personally, and watch, I could watch my subscriber count right now. I would lose subscribers over saying that, because there's so much more that was not unearthed about the dirty money, about the counterfeit scam, about all, because remember, he got caught. This is a whole thing.
Anyhow,
we're not going to get to talk about
that's a whole other show.
I know. But he came there, dude. He was held there by another officer who happened to be the brother-in-law of Derek Chauvin.
There's too much messed up.
He didn't do a radio call. He called him on his cell phone and said, "Yo, I got George Floyd here. Come see him." He came there, and when he came to see him, he held him at gunpoint and then finally took him down. And like that's weird, dude. That's weird.
Videos started coming out, not the body cam videos, but people shooting video. It looked really bad, and then I saw from, I think, the UK Daily Mail, the complete body cam video. I'm like, oh, this guy was tripping the whole time.
Yeah, and did you also see that? Because look, OD doesn't work like that. A lot of people say like, oh, what we were watching was an overdose in real time, and you were watching him literally dying in real time. Overdoses don't work like that. Ask me how I know. I've overdosed multiple times. Used to have an issue with substance abuse, stuff in the past. Been clean for nearly 15 years. Okay, but I've lost dozens of friends to overdose. You don't die from the drugs being in your system. You die as a result of the reaction to the drugs being in your system, from not being able to breathe, from choking on your vomit, from the depression of your respiration. From it's different, right? And I would challenge any full-size grown man to lay on the ground, even in good health, lay on the ground, belly down, face down, put your hands behind your back as if you were cuffed, and try to breathe normally. That's going to be a difficult thing.
It's a contributing factor. It wasn't the reason, but
correct.
But just like in New York City, I think right after this, there was some 300-400 pound guy, and he was selling cigarettes, which you really should die for that. I'm not saying that, and they
100%.
Yeah, that was I believe that's what the coroner said. So
And by the way, Derek Chauvin's agency um, uh, internal documents showing the move that he did as the
yes,
recommended
and then they
tactic.
lied about it.
Yes, and they wiped it clean and they lied about it, dude. There's so much going on there, and then a canoe or a boat, a canoe, a kayak, a boat. Go, man. I don't. I'm going to get murdered if I keep talking about this stuff. There was a boat with nearly $1 million $1 bills of counterfeit money. It was like 990 something $1,000 of counterfeit $1 bills within a week of this happening. And this whole thing, if you look at the LLC, okay, we did a whole open source investigation around this thing. There was like so much going on here. Derek Chauvin had like 4 houses. And at first I was looking at his you can use things like truthfinder.com or whatever. I was looking at like, oh, he owned this home and then he moved. He owned this home and then he moved. He owned this home, then he moved. Well, that's in Florida. Hold on. He had more than $2.8 million mortgaged on a regular police officer's budget. Something else was going on. I'm just saying. And his wife divorcing him just out of nowhere like that. Oh, well, it makes sense because look at all the press, look at all the stuff. Or they did it to protect the financial integrity of what they had going on. Sorry, I'm just gonna shut up now.
Wow.
Anyway,
but what I'm getting at, so like Chuck Schumer was begging for Tucker Carlson's firing, and now everybody's going crazy over Jimmy Kimmel. And the truth of the matter is, first off, Kimmel wasn't funny. He was on the Man Show. He wasn't on Late Night. Angry, anti-right leftist humor is not funny. And when you think about the classics like Johnny Carson and David Letterman before they went crazy, Jay Leno, I mean, these guys did a really good show. They're equal opportunity, in good-natured, making fun of either side. Whoever was president was always the pickings of the day. But it's just crazy, and it's always amazing to me. The reason that we don't have speech police is because if I were the speech police, or you or Crump were the speech police, everything be okay. But we may not be the speech police forever. And same thing, if we dictate what's right and wrong, and if I work for a company, let's just say, okay, we are not Johnny Carson, we are not Jimmy Kimmel, but in a way, brands send us stuff and we promote the brand. And if we become toxic because we say whacked stuff, the brands aren't going to support us. And,
like
Walt's a friend of mine. I don't want to make it like
like Ammo Squared. Hearing me talk about what happened on the day after September 10th.
The brands want you to be marketable in a friendly way, in a G-rated way for the most part, but not in our industry necessarily. But
Ammo Squared is pretty based, and also Gideon is super based too. Sorry, I keep trying. There's something I want to say, but I want you to be able to finish first.
Look, Jimmy Kimmel hasn't made money in a long time. All of these late night shows they're
all trash. They're all trash.
Went hard left and only made jokes about the right. Never, no Biden jokes, no Obama jokes. They all, the viewership and the ratings tanked. So they were a boat anchor on these networks. And realistically, if the network is keeping you on for some vanity prize or something because maybe they secretly agree with you, and they're going to just let you have 30 writers on staff and pay the exorbitant rate for your show, even though it's hemorrhaging money, make sure you keep them happy. If the boss is keeping you on for no reason whatsoever because you have zero talent, just make sure that you keep the boss happy and the sponsors happy. But
But I think that if any, so okay, so I'll say this: if any sponsor were to come my way and say, hey, we love, like on the Rumble show, we'll get 30, 50, 100,000 views per channel times two, all of a sudden that's a big deal.
Yeah.
If a sponsor was like, hey, we would love to advertise with you guys, but we don't want you talking about, then we're not going to do it. First off, it has to be something that we use, know, love, agree with, want to share with others. It's not going to be you will never ever ever see me talking about, man, we could literally hit up
Feminine
Manscaped,
hygiene projects.
SDI, or like whoever. Now that we're getting numbers on Rumble, we
Snoring
could hit up,
distance.
yeah, we could hit up any of them and have, you
You're
know, our
underqualified.
docket
I
filled.
mean, doesn't what's his name has that locked up with like eight plus?
Which one?
What's his name? Big gun YouTuber. Why can't I think of his name?
Talking about Grantham?
Grantham. That's it. That's it.
Mike Jones. Corn Pop says, I don't know. Iraq veteran has held on to the majority of his sponsors, and he's mega turbo based. He held on to them except GOA, which that was actually a paid position that he was in. And and I actually am often corrected when I say that he took a stance that wasn't pro Israel, and other people say no, he took a stance that was, you know, the bad word that all of America apparently
Did I
is.
mention I'm going to Israel?
You are going to Israel.
I'm installing upgrades on the F-35s
But you know, it's it's funny because
and then test flying them.
I think people misunderstand this conversation, and it's such a complex conversation to get into, right? Because people say
it also, you could say incredibly hurtful things, but if you say it in a funny way,
well, even so, it's like you can you can address the situation and notice things and bring things up without saying all of this is bad, all of these people are bad, all of no one is saying that, right?
What's amazing to me, so we talked, I don't even know how to say his name right, the Young Turks, Cenk Uygur.
Oh yeah. I believe it's
Cenk. I don't know. I have no idea how to say his name right.
It's the way you say it, is the gay man that fled his country to come here to marry a man to have, you know, to commit sodomy and swallow semen.
There was the Young Turks. Who were the Young Turks? What did they do? Didn't the Young Turks commit the Armenian genocide?
Which he denies.
Deny there was an Armenian genocide, but
that's
who
an
were
interesting
the Young
thing.
Turks?
Yeah, that's interesting. I've always had a little bit of a conflict. Anyway, I was
whatever.
I was kind of shocked that he posted that video. But there's always more.
We were talking about Cenk and his being a friend of Charlie Kirk's. I don't know. I mean, for my spidey sense, which could be wrong, because my Gator was wrong on that one also, is that, you know, he just saw the way the winds are traveling and decided he would say something nice about Charlie Kirk as opposed to
he's called him stank yogurt. Dang.
That's probably pretty close.
That puts a disgusting image and smell in my mind. Ray Marquez says, breaking, Turning Point USA has unanimously elected Erica Kirk as the new CEO and chair of the board. Isn't that a little strange? I don't know. Did the Daily Wire purchase it yet? I don't know.
Oh, ouch. Anyhow.
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah,
there were literal talks about that.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and
I like and dislike certain conservative people for certain reasons. And look, Ben Shapiro isn't Charlie Kirk. Yeah,
he is not indeed.
And I'd rather see that separated. You know, that I think it's better that way. I think it's, You know, like when Glenn Beck and Mark Levin partnered, I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Because he had Levin TV and Beck had GBTV, and it became The Blaze. Thought it was a good idea. Anyhow, so what I'm going exhaustively through saying is, if you're cheering at anyone's death, period, there's something wrong with you. Seek help, seek God. You know, that's not right. And certainly if Joe Biden passes, I'm going to be like, wow, that's sad. I'm not
Yeah.
going to be gleeful. And forget about if somebody attempts to assassinate him or I would never be. I'd be like, holy cow, what is this world coming to?
Just to say, what you're saying is you're correlating that to what happened to Trump. Not that anyone. Yeah. It's because things could get confused as if like you're you know,
people are like, how did he miss? How did the guy miss Trump? How could you miss?
He
People
shot
are
him in his
upset.
ear on purpose, you know.
Oh my God.
So okay,
but let me go to, so one of the things that I always talk about is, like, if something goes bang here and everybody runs that way, you might want to take a pause and figure out if that way is the right way. And the bang was not the reaction of the left to Charlie Kirk's passing. And my gut reaction was probably the herd mentality that everybody on the right with any common decency said. It's like, we are not the same. We are not the same as the people cheering.
You
Charlie
are dark, cold, and evil and wrong. Even when you had just said like something like if Joe, God forbid, something were to happen to Joe Biden, that you know he didn't survive.
He's a father, a husband, you know, a grandfather. There are people that love the man, and I don't know. I think Joe Biden's a bad guy. I think Jill Biden is a bad person.
Bad guy.
But I wouldn't cheer any of their deaths. And if Joe passes, I'm sure Jill's going to be heartbroken. I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of, you know,
because we don't celebrate death.
Yeah.
And that's when you said that, literally the first thing that just organically just popped in my head was, man, if he does, I hope that he is right with God. And I hope that he understands the only way to the Father is through the Son. And that was the first thing that came to my head. And that's, man, I couldn't imagine sitting here literally celebrating that someone that you disagree with was murdered, regardless of who did it, someone on the right or the left or the CIA or Mossad or whoever.
In the principle that I always live by, and I've said it a bunch of times recently, I believe it was accredited to Voltaire. It's like, while I disagree with you, I'll defend your right to say that with my life.
Yeah.
Because if the only speech that needs protecting is hate speech, or what somebody would consider hate speech, because if there's an arbiter of speech, you know, you've got to count on that arbiter being an angel.
Yeah, you know, I don't even want to use that term. I'm sorry, I'm being picky, only because that we could say like controversial speech, right? Like, because even just hearing that makes me cringe because of what they've done with it, right? Because if someone says hate speech, really all that it is speech that is hateful.
I disagree with,
and it's protected, right? I mean,
it doesn't mean, you know, again, if I'm like representing Safety Harbor Firearms and I start cheering people's deaths and it's half the population doesn't like it, I'm going to get a call from Walter Peggy. They're going to say, hey, yeah, that deal we had of you promoting our stuff, it's done.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
So here's what I would consider, because like the arbiters of speech, we know who they truly are, because they would say right now,
Joe
no one
Biden,
controls
his
speech.
administration was leaning on all of the social media groups, corporations, to silence anyone that dissented. Mind you, Trump was thrown off all of the social media. He was thrown off Twitter. His account was thrown off Twitter. His account was thrown off Facebook is everywhere. They're the ones that want to throw him in prison, kill him, and silence him.
And right now there is no arbiter of speech. However, the massive companies like Google, Alphabet, YouTube, working with the United States government, like you're saying, is the way that they control things, just like Facebook, Instagram, Meta, and all that, right? But here's the deal, and this is why this is so dangerous. Because let's think about this. And
I was gonna hit on something you said last show we're on together, which is all of these platforms have policies that if you are celebrating someone's death, that's against the terms of service.
Yeah.
How come these people, their account, like there's
how come they're not getting canned?
Things I could pick up, and boom, the stream would end right now, and you could possibly lose your channel.
We were accused of reveling in the death of someone before, and we got pulled down. Our stream was shut down. It was deleted, and I got a strike on my channel. So it's like when we do something, which, by the way, we absolutely were not reveling in the death of anyone, but the way that let's be honest, the way the AI perceived it was that we were. And I just want to make this clear, just so there is absolutely no confusion at all whatsoever. No one on this channel will ever revel in the death of anyone, of any human being. We don't do that, right? We may be silly, be whatever, make jokes here and there that are a little insensitive, and that's how we get through difficult things, and that's how we get through tough times. Because when we make jokes about terrible things, it makes things just a little bit easier, okay? But what I'm talking about when we're talking about a slippery slope, we could talk about a slippery slope with speech. We could talk about a slippery slope like with the death penalty, right? Talking about Florida taking out a bunch of people. I personally am completely against the death penalty. Now, hold on. For the people that are about to click unsubscribe, chill out. I'm not against an eye for an eye. I am not against that's not what I'm saying. What I am against is giving government more control, more leverage, and the ability to pull the plug on another human being, especially when 1 out of 5 inmates are getting released from death row over bad convictions. So I never want to give more leniency to the government. I want less control, less leniency. Here's the slippery slope. Speech, we know where that's at. We've seen it all. We've seen the Twitter files. We've seen no question, right? They have meddled in our ability to live in a world with free speech, no question, because this is the tavern, right? This is the town square of today's day and age. But also, how many people have you seen celebrating the and I want y'all to just wait for a second and chill out. By the way, subscribe to Drew in Oregon's YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. Did we drop his link?
We did, yeah. If someone else could drop his link, that would be awesome. And then we'll get back to what we're talking about really quickly. I got 2 points I want to make. But Drew in Oregon unfortunately had someone pass away that he was close to, and he has to be able to live stream the service because he has family that can't make it, and he also wants to memorialize the service as well. So it would be very important if you could please subscribe to his channel so he already hit the point of 50 subscribers, but it would be a huge help if you guys could continue subscribing to his channel, please. Hey Drewski, thank you, brother, appreciate you. Jokes are good for you. But here's my thing. So how many people have you seen celebrating that the United States government has federalized the police of a place like DC, like Chicago, and gone in there with literal bulldozers and all, and just like totally ripped it up, torn it up, get homeless people out, crime out, all that? We're cleaning up, we're using the National Guard, the military, and federalizing the police. And how many people are cheering for that?
I don't know. I don't know that people are, because look, I have a different opinion of things. I've been volunteering at a homeless shelter, and you know, some people are real decent people. They just don't have a home for whatever reason.
Yeah,
And,
I get
you
that.
know, so am I happy that the streets of DC are safer? Yeah, it's the nation's capital. That makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
But I'm not cheering that, you know, these things are going on, or, oh, look at Mayor, is it Bowser, that like she's getting shown up. It's like, no,
Muriel
I'd rather
Bowser,
she
yeah.
did her job and kept her city safe, but she's not.
So think of this. So think of that for a second, isolate it, and let's move that to the side, okay? Because a lot of people are celebrating that. Thank God that, you know, Trump is taking action and doing all these things. Okay, so just hang on for a sec. So that's one thing. Thing two, people are elated that Antifa and adjacent organizations were just labeled as a terrorist group.
That terrifies me,
Okay,
because
tell me
the
more.
other group that they've labeled as terrorists, they've put 3 Hellfires in 3 boats recently.
Okay.
So
So
that's, don't get me wrong, I don't think Antifa are great people,
agreed. Agreed.
but calling them getting them labeled as terrorist group, because when is, I mean, could the Proud Boys be labeled as a terrorist group? Name a
They were.
conservative.
They were. That's what I'm okay. So the things that we are all, not all, right? I'm personally, the first thing I saw, and I thought this, I sent it to Red Dawn, and he responded with like literally my thoughts nearly verbatim. And he said, look, I despise Antifa. I everything about them I personally hate and despise. And the first thing I thought of is how can they use this against us? Because if they're using it against them and we're all like, yeah, great job, the administration that I voted for and agree with, now let's wait till the pendulum swings. Now, what are they going to do? Are they going to go through and bulldoze streets of conservative neighborhoods or red states? Are they going to go through and, you know, label every single, all these dilder builders are, you know, part of a terrorist organization? You know what I mean? Like we can't, we have to be cautious about what we, even if the outcome is something that we agree with, we have to be careful about the way that it is applied. And as much as we hate it, we have to make sure that things are applied evenly. Vash Matrix, bro, I haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, bro. Even in the New Testament, the Bible recognizes government authority to execute
Caesar
wrath
what is
upon him
Caesar's.
that does evil, capital punishment. So, okay. So, all right. I don't disagree with that, right? And I'm not saying, what I'm saying is our current government that we have, I have a problem with giving them humans that err, that have biases and all that, the ability to just at the stroke of a pen or at the because we can't say that we have a system right now that is not broken. You know, at the vote of a you know, jury bench or the stroke of a pen, hand out death sentences
Look
and
at Matt Hoover.
pull the plug on human beings and kill them for what they've done. Now, it's different, and my mind was changed on this. I had a conversation with someone, and they were like, "Hey, you know, if you walk in the house and someone is graping an infant, and you put them down and stop that, like that's in the moment, in that one moment, to preserve innocent life, you put them down, right? Now, if you know the threat and risk and damage and all that stuff is over, then I do believe that anyone that does anything like that should be put down. And I'll be honest, this has absolutely zero to do with my beliefs as a follower of Christ. This has to do with my belief in limited government. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I've thought that through too. Yeah,
And it's hard because, like, if someone does something terrible, do they deserve eye for an eye, tooth for tooth? I believe that. The problem is, who is going to be the one to make that determination? Always in our country, who's going to make that determination?
well, if the crime is an action, hopefully a good man skilled in violence, yes.
It could be. If it's not,
If it's not, it's going to be a judge and a jury.
yeah. It's going to be some form of government and some form of the system, right? So that's what I'm struggling with. And again, I literally am nearly certain, I could check right now, I'm nearly certain I'm going to lose subscribers for this, right? I was challenged with this thought and I walked through it in my head and I couldn't find a reason why we should give government more control, especially over ending the life of one of God's children, even if they did something so deplorable and disgusting. I get it. It's hard. It is a difficult balance. If someone does something terrible, do I think they probably deserve to be put down? Yeah. If someone, okay, if we're out and about, okay, and I'm having a difficult time explaining this in the way that I truly desire. If we're out and about and I go to the mall and I'm with my family and someone pulls out a gun and just with murderous intent, terrible, like disgusting thing to do, but if they pulled out a gun and just randomly shot a person in the head and turned the gun to, start using it on others or someone else, I would have absolutely no problem at all drawing my handgun and stopping the threat immediately and punching their off button. No problem at all.
Yep.
And I would likely be totally fine going to sleep that night. The issue is that if they were to be swarmed by police officers and handcuffed and brought to jail and then processed and then brought to court and then brought through a jury and all this,
You mean
and then
you got the perfect Joe Biden leg shot on them?
yeah, of course, right. Do I have enough faith and trust in our government, in our system? By the way, what's this whole thing about a bunch of judges not needing to even go to law school? They're appointed. So you're going to tell me that there's
I don't.
lawyers.
I kind of stand on that. I'm okay with that because what I see coming out of law school, I'm not quite happy with.
I don't disagree with that, but here's what I'm saying. So you're going to tell me the attorneys on both sides have to go to law school.
Yeah.
The lawyers on both sides have to go to law school. They have to pass the bar and they have to maintain their license. They have to maintain fiduciary duty. They have to maintain all that stuff.
And they have to understand legal procedural things that some lawyers who argue in court don't understand legal procedural things.
District attorney, prosecutor, magistrate, like whatever. All of these people need to have actual law degrees and pass the bar and all this stuff. But judges, the people literally moderating and in charge of the entire thing, could just be Susie Homemaker appointed at their PTA meeting.
Yes.
Like, that is insane to me. You should at least be on the same level. Okay. I just, that's going to be, and again, I get it, dude. I get that college sucks. It is an extreme brain baking, total propaganda machine, and law schools specifically. I don't know. Anyway, I know this is a whole thing. Anthony Smith, what's up, bro?
Where I was going, something goes boom and the herd runs this way. You might want to take a pause for a second and think like, that way might be a trap also. And so when the leftists were all cheering Charlie Kirk's death, and I'm like, you and I are not the same. And I'm like, I want to have nothing to do with you, and I want to be as far away from you as possible. And I think that's wrong in considering. And I'll relate to you something. Because that's the problem, is The View or Jimmy Kimmel or whatever media they talk about are telling their viewers that you and I are horrible monsters and need to be extinguished at all costs. And they're believing that. And so the story I'm going to relate to is I was in Vegas for VMworld. And my buddy was a black liberal, 2A black liberal. And we're at, one of the parties at one of the events, and he met some girl, and she was hanging out drinking with us, and nothing's going on. Just, we're all married. We're all, just chilling. And he got into like, he's like, oh yeah, this is my conservative buddy, Rich. And she's like, you're a conservative? I've never met a conservative.
Hold on. He introduced you like that?
I think so. And the girl was flipping out because I guess she was raised in California, moved to Vegas or whatever, never met a conservative, didn't think they would even talk to a liberal.
Oh, you meet them all the time. They just don't tell you.
And so that's what I'm getting at is we have been systematically dehumanized by the left, by the mainstream media, by all of them. They're telling, we're military violent extremists, fill in the blank, all of these things. And realistically, if you look at history, it's the left that are popping people in the head with firearms. It's not the right. All of the shooters have been people on the left or the CIA.
Well, we can't say all of them. A lot of recent situations, mostly, but
Abe Lincoln.
Well, okay. So I'm saying it's been hyper focused on in the media as well. So we also need to remember that the same media that lies to us, we need to be cautious when that same media that lies to us also tells us what we want to hear.
I heard Pontius Pilate was the founding member of the DNC. But and I think the problem is, look, my neighbors across the street, really nice people. They're Democrat. It's funny in my neighborhood. So I live in the redneck part of Palm Beach County, which, just about everybody I know goes shooting on a regular basis, has guns, shoots on their property, that kind of stuff. And my neighbors go, we got a Trump flag, we got a Jesus flag, we've got an American flag out front. They're chill. They've never beefed with us. Josh!
What up, Josh? Good to see you, bud.
Schmedium Josh.
Yeah, but I mean, it's different.
And I'm just saying, I'm just kind of posing a different thing. My thought process at first was, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe we need to like hug and love on our crazy nutmeg liberal neighbors and let them know that we're normal people. Not as normal as they are, but we're normal people.
Dude, that is literally the entire thing behind, since day one that I started shifting in my views, right? And I started telling you guys, hey, I don't identify with
this
either side, right?
Because like Trump
right,
always tells me like I'm a Trump super fan. I'm like, no, I like Trump, but when he does something wrong, I'm calling it out.
Yeah, you're
somebody that's a total, Trump whatever. I say I'm ultra MAGA just because it makes other people mad, and I think it's funny.
But it is two butt cheeks of the same a-hole. It's
totally
two wings of the same bird, two heads of the same snake, two sides of the same coin. The whole thing, right? It was devised to cause division and chaos, to bifurcate our country, because there is absolutely no way that we could come together when it's us versus them, right? This is literally the kid holding the ant farm, and the ants inside are like, I'm gonna get you. But trust that if 1,000 fire ants started crawling up that kid's legs, it'd be the worst day of his life. Right. So one singular fire ant is nothing, right? 1,000 of them sweeping over you and devouring you and biting the crap. And I'm not saying, okay, I'm not calling for anything at all like that at all. For being prepared for things like that, just in case, is extremely important. I'd say vital, mandatory even. And most of us here do prepare for things like that. And remember, water, food, shelter, security. Just saying. But I think the difference is that if we say, I'm a Christian constitutionalist conservative, even people hearing that will say, oh, so you're conservative. So you're a right-wing Republican conservative. And that idea is just too extreme for most. And most people will look at something like, okay, so like you said, your neighbors are Democrats, right? Are they Democrats? Are they leftists? Are they progressive? Or are they leftist extremists?
Never talk politics with them.
Yeah. So it's like there are levels to this, right? So like it's really difficult to do something or to think of something like that. But our country did something that is nearly impossible to do. They took people and broke them into two camps. Even though there's 1,000 levels on each side, right? I mean, this cannot. You can't put conservatives in a room without talking about the values that they disagree with or agree with. Or there's all these different ideas.
Forget about libertarians.
Right? Yeah, and well, they don't really exist. I actually had someone send a message after our last live stream, and they had said, "This isn't a right and left thing. This is a north and south thing. This is the North controlling everything in the South, right? This is the people above controlling everything below, and the whole right and left thing is really just a circle, and there's extremism on both sides. But anyway, I know this is a whole different thing that we were planning on talking about. But
in the division, so it's not only left versus right, it's men versus women, rich versus poor, gay versus straight,
black versus white, trans versus
and they have all of, so there's 100 different one versus the other, and as long as we're all fighting, we can't look up and see that the government's screwing us. That's my firm belief is they're happy when we're fighting among ourselves, because if we were organized, we'd be like, hey, they're really screwing us. We got to do something about this.
Yeah. I mean, you would think that if we all could open our eyes and take a look, and there's a lot that I could learn. I'm definitely not taking away from that. I am uneducated in a lot of places, and I'm not like a English lit major, I try to be very pragmatic in the way that I look at situations. But anyway, it doesn't, it's not about me, but I mean, I think that the place that we're in now is dangerous, and it's only being hyper sensationalized by the same media that we're talking about right now. And what we need to be aware of is that while we're sitting here, and I mean, people of similar beliefs as us, they're sitting here championing the federal government sending police, federalizing police, sending National Guard and active military to literally just knock out homeless encampments and crime and criminals and drug spots and all that. Now, do I disagree that we should have the ability to make cities safer? But I certainly don't disagree with that at all. But it's not about that. It's not about the result. It's not about what it's about. Is how can this be used against us when the pendulum swings? Right? Oh, well, they made Antifa a terrorist group. That is great. That is awesome. Do you guys remember 4 years ago when those white papers came out, when the DOJ and FBI and all these federal organizations said that if you own firearms, own a Bible, or have purchased a combination, or if you are a prepper or prepare in any way, if you have a garden, any of this stuff, there were literal white papers that said that you are a military violent extremist. And we joked about it, right? Because it's funny, because the way we look at things, I look at myself as I'm pretty moderate in my views, because some of the people that I talk to are extreme in a lot of cases.
You shouldn't call out Red Dawn like that. That's kind of rude.
Who?
Red Dawn. You shouldn't call him out like that. That's kind of rude.
Red Dawn would probably say that he's a little moderate too, but like compared to someone like Charlie Kirk, dude, he was very even keeled, moderate, and well balanced. My ideas and my thoughts are way more extreme than Charlie Kirk's. The only reason that I'm not getting shot in the face is because I'm not on a stage that's as large as him. My reach isn't as large as him. But if at one point it gets to that I don't know.
Is this where we talk about David Hogg?
Dude, David Hogg is an actor. He's an actor. Anyway, man, I think you know what we just hit 2 hours. My voice is already cutting out. I'm thinking that
we better talk Glock.
Dude, I know, right? It's sad because
what was the title of the show? I talk about Glock for 10 minutes.
To Glock or not to Glock? That is the question. Now it's funny because my whole idea around this was to talk about Glocks, to talk about what's happened with Glock recently, to talk about the 6th generation of Glock, and to talk about the Glock AR-15s.
The Glock 15.
I think I'm gonna have to change the title of this show because we're not gonna. Yeah, to Glock or not to Glock? Yes, that's the question. That's the answer to the question. There you go. Anyway, let's. Yeah, facts, Marengo. Yep. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. I'm hot, sweaty, and pissed off. My air conditioning isn't pumping through. The fan isn't even running. I have no idea what's going on.
Dude, isn't it 60 degrees where you are?
Dude, I
know you keep your place cold.
It actually is in the 60s, but it's not in the 60s in my house right now.
Open the windows.
I'm just a little tied up right now, Rich.
Or there might be a neighbor you could hang out with, chill with.
I don't think this late in the evening. I don't think that any of my neighbors are up. Sí, pero no me importa. Okay, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Rich, why don't you remind everyone who you are, what you do, and where they can find you?
So Flying Rich, FlyingRich.com. I'm Flying Rich on YouTube and Flying Rich Firearms on YouTube. And I just dropped a video on my channel and a short and on my grams about the RFX1 by Viridian that fits on the Ruger LCP. And of course, I'm telling you to go watch the video while I'm wearing a Gideon shirt.
Look, we know, and Gideon knows that they're not the only optics company in the world, right? We do love Gideon. We give.
I love Gideon. I love Jordan.
Yes.
I love Mike. I love Bob and Bailey. You know.
Yeah. What I was all over the place. What I was going to say is we love Gideon and give Gideon favor because they're incredible. They're an incredible company. And this is an incredible, completely undetectable Daga.
So I should bring that on the airplane with me to Israel?
I absolutely would not bring this on an airplane. However, if you were going to choose something, this super thick boy. Someone said, "Where's the John Wick thick pick?" Here you go.
Did Robert Ribbit get some of those BCM uppers? I did do a live unboxing today.
I don't know. Fluffy Bunny, what up? What up?
Let's see.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Did you do it on Rumble or?
No, Tubes of You.
And you sent people to a firearm.
I didn't tell them to go anywhere. Oh yeah, they're. Wait,
he said he grabbed 3.
Complete upper. Hold on.
He said he grabbed 3.
They're still available. So I have a particular love of the BCM upper.
Oh yeah, and the BCGs, they're solid.
But specifically the BCM upper because the bore is slightly undersized. So you heat it up with a heat gun and then put your rifle, the barrel extension of the barrel, I should say, in there. And when it cools, it clamps down super tight. So there's no wobble, no this, no that. And it's a very good upper. I bought 2 like 2 years ago when they were $49.95 for an unassembled blem. And
you're talking for just the stripped upper? Is that what you're talking about?
Upper, but it's complete. It
Complete
has,
strip cover. Yeah, it's got the forward assist and all
so
that
you
jazz.
have to drive a roll pin and put the dust cover on.
Oh, you know what? Thank you for reminding me because I just remembered. I was like, there is a deal that I shared in my Signal group.
I don't have an affiliate link or anything with them. I
Yeah,
don't know
no.
where you would buy a BCM product. I mean, I have no idea
Hey,
where you would buy a BCM product.
dude, thank you to whoever just signed up at Ammo Squared because you just got $35 of free ammo, and I just got $35 of free ammo. You rock. And you guys can click the link here. I'll drop it again because chat's moving quick. Here's the link. If you sign up and spend $20, you get $35 of free ammo. And make sure that you also subscribe to Drew's YouTube channel. We explained the whole thing, and BCM good, Spikes Tactical much better. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been running BCM in that upper for 12,500 rounds. I actually haven't taken it back out again since the last time I told you guys. But I got something coming up where the next time I'm taking out the mini MP5 SD and we're doing some stuff, and I'm going to be dropping a video, an actual hard video upload on the CMMG zeroed can. Yes, and it's going to be dope, super dope, awesome, and great. And yeah, so thank you to whoever signed up for the free ammo, because literally, what other company is giving out free ammunition nowadays? It doesn't happen. So there's the link in there. It's honestly, Ammo Squared has been great, where basically you sign up, you put in the profile of what you want, the percentages of what you want, the calibers, all the stuff. You set all your presets, and then if you want to spend $10 a week, $20 a week, $50, whatever it is, you just let it sit, or you ask them to ship it, or you kick it back to them, exchange different calibers, or you say like, hey, you know what? I'm short on cash. I need my money back. You can literally sell it back to them. There is no better service than this. It is a savings account for ammunition, and in our world, that's where it's at. I got 1,050 rounds showing up tomorrow. Shout out to Ammo Squared, love y'all. And also I got 280 rounds of 5.56 sitting here. So for anyone that signs up, when you get that $35 of free ammo, I get the $35 of free ammo too. All of that's going to 5.56 for me to make other content with. So they're only doing the $35 for the month of September. Here, I'll share the link so you can stash it. If you need to wait till like payday or anything like that. The dope thing is that the reason they're doing $35 of free ammo is for September. The month of September is their 10th year anniversary. So they're doing $35 of free ammo just for September. When September ends and they come back, October 1, they're still giving $25 of free ammo. So they still give, basically, for anyone that joins, they give you $25 of ammo and me $25 of ammo after September. During September, because of their 10-year anniversary, you get $35 of ammo and I get $35 of ammo. So it's a win-win-win, win-win, all across the board. No link. I shared the link. What you talking? Oh, you know what? My bad. You're right. Man, I suck. Here, let me do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. So it works on like mobile, but not computer, or it works on computer and not mobile. Here you go. Boom. Here's the link. Oh, and there you go. He got it too. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate you guys, man. Let me see if that's up and run. Just use whichever one Kirk is using. Yeah, so mine should go there too. Let me see. Boom. Yeah. Dark thinks you'll love Ammo Squared. You get $35 in free ammo when you spend $20. That's awesome. Yeah, so there you go. So you guys take advantage of that. Even if you can't pull it off in September, it's totally fine. We are working with Ammo Squared for at least 3 months. I honestly hope we continue this relationship with them for a very long time because they're awesome. And we're also working something out to where we can literally give ammo to the viewers that have accounts in live streams. So like here's 50 rounds of 9mm, here's 50 rounds of 9mm, like that kind of thing. So but we're trying to yeah, there's no membership. You can set everything up. Like right now I literally set mine just because cash is tight. I literally just set mine to take out $0 a week. And they don't care, you know, they're not gonna you know, whatever, like you can set it to whatever you want. So if you want to do, you know, $10 a week, $20 a week, $50 a week, or whatever. And then like I came up, came up on times where I'm like, man, cash is tight, so I'm gonna pause this. You don't even need to pause it. There's no membership, right? You just put it on $0 a week for as long as you want. And then when I'm ready and I'm, you know, good on cash again, I'll put it back up to $50 a week.
It's a
again.
great way. It's like how do you eat an elephant? You know, small bites, a lot of them. And the same thing about ammo. Like, you know, you and I, we didn't go out and buy pallets of ammo. We bought ammo when there were deal here, deal there.
Yep.
Over time.
And just always getting a little more than you shoot, you know? And dude, I used to go, man, back in the day, and I still have some of this ammo. I would go to Walmart back when Walmart wasn't so cucked and sold ammo.
Oh my gosh. I remember buying, you know, a box of 20 rounds of, you know, 9mm and then going to the range.
Yeah. I would go buy, you know, a box of 50, you know, brass, 115 grain full metal jacket Federal for like $9.59, and I was like, oh, it's so expensive. I mean, but dude, like right now it's like $10.95, right? Like ammo has not gone up that much, but it is going to be going up, right? With everything that's going on with copper in Turkey, everything that's going on with the massive conglomerate from Uzbekistan or whatever, the you know, the company, the Czechoslovakian group that bought all the ammunition. I think we're going to be looking at a massive increase in price of ammunition, but we'll see. Dude, the way that I stacked up the ammo that I got is, like you said, using ammo squared for 2.5 years and also supplementing it with buying ammo when deals came up, right? Like right now there's a deal for like $189 for the MagTech steel case, right? Like, you know, that's a great opportunity. But here's the issue, and this is where the issues always come up. It's $189. Holy crap, that is a great deal. And then plus shipping, and then plus tax, and then plus then it's like it's $229. Why am I going to wait 7 to 10 days for a $230 case of ammo when, you know, literally it's...
Do you throw any amount you want for your paid stock? Yes.
Yep. So okay, so let's
like
say
no catches. It's like it'd be like if you're dealing with me or Dark. There's no scam, no catch, no nothing.
But there is, so one thing to consider, there is the free shipping threshold is like once you get $200 or $250 in ammo, then it's free shipping. So like to this day I've never paid 2.5 years, maybe a little more. I've never paid $1 for shipping from Ammo Squared, which helps kind of balance because it's like a hair more per round. I mean, like a literal hair, price per round. But you never pay anything in shipping and all. If it's over $200, $250, I literally just click ship to me, and it just comes. So it just makes things easier. I hated having to literally run around and chase deals, lose deals, stuff goes out of stock, or it's like $239, and then you go in and hit $239, and then you go add to cart, and then shipping and whatever other fees and tax and all that. And it's like, dude, it's $260. Like, why? So I find it much easier to just spend $20 a week or whatever, $30 a week, 50. At one point I was putting $50 a week into ammo, and just getting what I kind of like is you tell them what you want, you put all your presets in there, and then you get like a mixed bag of a bunch of different kind of stuff. you get to see like, okay, what guns get to run well with this ammo or this ammo, or you just put in, hey, I only want these ammos. You could set all your presets up to that. So anyway, I know this isn't just like an advertisement for Ammo Squared. They are not paying me for any of this. Like that, I'm not doing this to get paid. It gives you $35 of free ammo and gives me $35 of free ammo. Yes, that is a benefit for both of us. But they're a super based company. They send you super based stickers of like less, 1984 and more 1776. And they, are not only extremely based, but they're just the best ammo company that makes things super easy. And for guys like us that may only want to put $20 towards something here or there, it's just, easier, one bite at a time, just like Rich said. So anyway, so that's my whole thing. Again, I'm not trying to just sell to you guys, but the reason Ammo Squared is the best. I'm just kidding. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up. Anything else you want to say before they come to our house and murder us next?
Eat lead.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. So here's the other thing. Okay, and this is where the real smart people are asking the right questions. Is there a benefit for me if I invite someone else? Yes. This isn't something that I'm just doing for me because I'm a content creator. This is something that all of you guys can do. Okay. So if you set up an account, spend $20, you get $35 of free ammo. I get $35 of free ammo. But then you take your link and go share it with your boys. Go share it with your guys in your church security group. Go share it with your friends. Go share it on your, whatever, your MySpace. Go, share it on your tweeters or whatever. And people, you get the same $35 of free ammo every time someone signs up. So, and look, I'm not, just for like full transparency, I am not balling, right? I want you guys to see this. This is from all the people that have gotten, the $35 of free ammo. I have 280 rounds of 5.56. That is $140. And part of that actually came from Kurt when he first signed up, because back then it was only $10 of free ammo. He got $10 of free ammo. I got $10 of free ammo. Now they bumped it up to 25 for you, 25 for me. For September only, it is $35 of free ammo for you, $35 of free ammo for me. So it's just good. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. This sounds so sales pitchy. I'm answering his question, but all of you guys can then go do the same thing and get $35 of free ammo for every person that signs up and spends $20. Anyway, yeah, so what were you going to say? Get right with God, build a close relationship with Jesus, and look, nothing in the world you will not have fear ever again. The things that you're scared about, sad about, depressed about, cold about, the things that you're numb about, all those things will go away or slowly go away as your heart changes once you commit your life to Christ. Anyway, sorry, Rich, go ahead.
What you said.
What I said. Ladies and gentlemen, the triple thick Glock block will be up on DLD Hardware very soon. Let me know what other colors you want to see. This is the marble one. Like I said, it's got the marble kind of look to it. Well, not look, it is marble filament. Anyway, it looks super fresh, but it is super helpful when you're breaking down like Glock frames and stuff. Anyway, we're also setting up a show to have MGB come on the
cool.
Rumble show. Yep. So that's going to be awesome. Yeah. They do. They have an excellent app, Kurt. Thank you. You guys are going to make me continue talking about it. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. And yes, for those that are in California, you do need to do the California rules and stuff. So thanks, man. Appreciate you, bud. I still got to get some of the other 3D printed stuff out to you. Rich and I have to change some of the things on the Colt SMG stuff, but we can do that. Okay. I got the mag, and so all right. Final words, Rich, before we go.
Love thy neighbor,
even if they disagree with you politically.
Yes.
I'll save the story for the next stream. I bumped into a neighbor Had the best 30-minute conversation I ever could have imagined, but there's
Oh,
way more
yeah.
to that story. Yeah, crazy story. Look, guys, I love you guys. Genuinely, I'm grateful for every single one of you. Your generosity is incredible, and I don't deserve it, frankly. The Cash Apps, the PayPals, the support with the Ammo Squared thing, the gifted memberships like Hot Dog 990, man, and Mrs. Hot Dog 990. Appreciate you guys. Drew, Kurt, Mike McClune, to all of you guys, all the channel members, all the viewers, I am extremely grateful for every one of you guys. You're so generous. I do not deserve it, and I'm grateful for it. So I said, and am grateful for it, not ungrateful for it. Anyway, guys, as we close everything down, I want you all to remember there is a reason that you are in the place that you are, the position that you are, the house that you are, that you have the skills that you have, and it is important that we make sure that we are exercising all of our capabilities to the best of our ability. And I would encourage all of you guys to make sure that you're being the best leader that you can be in your house, in your household, the best spiritual leader you can be in your house, with your family, with your kids. I'd encourage you guys to, man, there have been so many other blessings that have come up, like parents getting reunited with their kids, and that all of these incredible things. And for those in the chat, you know who you are. Love you, bud. Or fellas, rather. Sorry. Anyway, I want to remind you guys too that the only way that we do this is by being better versions of ourselves, being better leaders within our household, within our community, within our church, and showing up as a leader. And the only way that we can do that is when we grow and improve. And the way that we grow and improve is by holding ourselves to higher standards and expectations. And some of the rules that I like to share with you guys at the end of every show are: rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. Can we get a prayer when signing off? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. It's so important to be kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. And rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be. And be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and close in a prayer. If you want, Rich, I'll start it, and then I'll pass it off to you to finish, okay? Good?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us all here today. We appreciate all the blessings that you've been gracious enough to extend to us. Like I said last time, just the simple things that we usually forget, like our ability to see, touch, feel, hear, just having our ears and fingers and toes and on both of our arms and both of our legs. And I want to work on expressing gratitude for those things that we typically take for granted. And just ask that you please bless and watch over our families, and just constantly remind us how important it is to keep our families close. I ask that you please bless this country. I ask that you bless the children of this country and protect them and protect those that cannot help themselves. I ask that you please lay your healing hand on all of those that are suffering from illness and sadness and depression. And I ask that you use us as tools to just shine your light through us to bring others to enhance the kingdom of Christ. I pray that everyone will get to a point where they know that the only way to the Father is through the Son. And I pray that you keep my family safe and protect my daughter. And yeah, I think that's it, Rich. It's all yours.
Dear God, please soften our hearts to our fellow Americans, that we love each other like you commanded us to. And bless our president and our country, that we're guided to do your will and that we receive your blessings for that. In Jesus' name, amen.
In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. There was something I was going to say in the prayer, but at the last second, I was like, yeah, that's a little too personal. So I'll save that for my my talks with God later. Look, I love you guys. I care about y'all, and I'm just grateful for all of this, for you guys being here. And the fact that I closed my eyes and then after the prayer, I opened them and they're the same amount of people in here. I love that. I appreciate that. Christ is King, Christ is Lord, Christ be with y'all. Love you guys. Thank you so much. It's good to see some of y'all in here that I haven't seen in a while. And we'll catch y'all on the flip side. And stay strapped or get clapped because it's like that. Later, y'all.
I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with men on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah. Rebellious in all ways, been sinners since birth. He knew that it would happen when he put us on this earth. We demonize religion, brought corruption to the church. We know the price of everything, but we don't know the worth. We spend all of our time idolizing false prophets. Comparison's the enemy, stop watching others' pockets. The social system's broken, we divide on every topic. They fabricate the truth and we all monetize the gossip. We know the problems and we see them but don't want to change. We're desensitized to every issue because they let us profit off of people's pain. In this dystopian age, we are the game that he plays, and all the evil, deceitful people should shake our faith. I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with men on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah. Our God is an awesome artist. In perilous times we seek his grace as the world and the times we face turn fake in the face of the devil's mirages. In the midst of the pain, disdain, and the media's push of all this garbage, I pray that you keep your faith as the whole world breaks and the real get disregarded. It's about time that we take it back. The weight's too great for the camel's back. Strong men made like an easy task, and now the weak men feminize every act. In the church, in the workplace, every class, on the television screen, in the state of rap. All virtues gone and it's fade to black. We in hell on earth and it's gonna collapse. Integrity's lost, hedonism, we incentivize gods on the way the revolution will be televised. Gone too far to know if we can rectify. At those gates we will testify. So I'm saying it now so they counter-clockwise. We are living in times where the wicked is all rise, the intelligent fall, while the stupid is all drive, and the real get pushed aside. I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with men on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose.